Hello, Neil. I have overblotted because I had to tear back all of my work and start over while trying to make Idia's apple boa hat. Welcome to our mini-series within a series. Last week we talked about Overblot Riddle, and today we're talking about everyone's favorite cat boy, Leona. I guess unless you like Chenya, but oh well. These videos were a suggestion by AnimeCutie1787, so thank you! I hope this helps. Methodology time. I fought Leona 10 times and took extensive notes through the whole thing. My math isn't going to be like 100% accurate because for repetitive tests like this, you really need to do it like 100 times, and I am absolutely not doing that. And also remember that battles are randomized, so I can't tell you what spells to use in what order or how the fight will go down exactly because it changes every time. So Leona... I'm looking at my script and I'm like, why did I write that? Leona is the first hot overblot victim in Twst. I mean, I'm not wrong though. Okay, he has 25,000 HP, fire and flora spells, and a total of 5 spells he can do. Kingly Ambition is a fire spell and Long Live the King is a flora spell. If the spell name has a number attached to it, it hits that many times, but if there's no number, the spell hits once. Kingly Ambition 2 is the highest that spell goes, and Long Live the King 3 is the highest for that one. After doing the battle 10 times, these are my findings. Kingly Ambition 2 and Long Live the King were the 2 spells I got hit with the most at 23.8%, followed by Kingly Ambition at 21%, Long Live the King 2 at 20.2%, and finally, I only got hit with Long Live the King 3 10.7% of the time, or if you want to speak more realistically, like about once per 5 turns. And if you finish these battles within 5 turns, then only once a fight. I imagine if you take more time to do this, like, it'll cycle through again, you'll get hit with it again. But I haven't gotten to that point yet, so I can't really confirm. Leona hits more often with flora spells at 54.7% of the time, but honestly, like, this isn't a huge margin against fire spells, so I would recommend having equal amounts of water and fire spells to use against him. You can use flora spells in your team, but make sure not to use flora against fire and only use them against other flora spells. Once again, I really hate recommending units because I think you should work with what you have instead of trying for more cards because gotcha bad. But I know people like seeing team builds, so I'll show mine, but please do not feel like you need these specific cards to beat Leona. You can make viable teams using whatever you have. I recommend using one of the guest SSRs for this fight unless you have a friend that has a stronger support unit for you to use. I know people love Riddle's SSR and say it's really good, and admittedly I had him in all my teams, so I would recommend him as a support, but Jack is also really good, and he's actually one of my staple cards in JP, so he's also very, very good. You probably could use Grim. I tried using him a couple times, and every time I did, I failed. But then again, I was also trying to do, like, only SR and R cards, so that also could have been it, but, like, you got Riddle and Jack. I don't think you need to use Grim for this fight, quite honestly. I kind of think my own teams for this fight aren't really viable or feasible for most players, so please don't think this is the only way to beat him. But I had 1 level 50 SSR, the Guest Jack SSR, 1 level 35 SR, 1 level 60 SR, and 1 level 5 SR. These were the units I used in 1 with. SSR Dorm Riddle, SSR Dorm Jack, Labware Lilia, Labware Leona, and Labware Malleus. My Leona and the Guest Jack had a level 4 buddy bonus, and the Jack has a level 3 buddy bonus with Leona. And for transparency's sake, I lost 3 of the 10 battles, which is why I kind of picked the same team over and over again, because I was really getting exhausted. To be honest, I had more problems fighting Leona than I did with Riddle in EN. I think part of it is that I'm trying to conserve materials for Fairy Gala Leona, so my cards are pretty underleveled, but yeah, this one was more difficult for me to the point that I didn't even want to try and play around with team composition after finding one good team. My bottom line of advice for you guys is use fire and water spells, play around with teams, and use the SSR guests for this one. And with that, I wish you guys luck on this fight and hope you beat it as soon as possible. Next time, I'll be talking about Octavinelle's Overblot, which I will upload the day that we get the new, the update, so be sure to look out for that. I will see you guys later. Bye!